Grace having a cuddle with Mikey. What's going on over here? Oh, Glyn getting ready to climb the walls again. Oh, Leo and Nikki bitching about Ashleen over there. Pete pining for Nikki over there. Oh, it's too much. It's more than my tiny brain can bear. Thanks, dude. Hey, welcome, my friends, to Big Brother Football. I hope very well. It's day 85, and the time is 7:32. So, Grace, Mikey, Nikki, and Leah have settled in nicely into the house next door, and they've got a couple of mates staying over and all. Due to the fact they're up for eviction, however, Dickie and Imogen have quite simply rolled out their camp beds until tomorrow night, when one of them is going to be voted out of the house for good. So, who better to discuss the momentous movement of the last 2 days than the first person to leave the Big Brother House 6 series? Shabazz is with us. Also here to focus on the housemates' life through a lens is the gorgeous presenter and friend of the show, even though we barely know her. Lisa Snowden's with us. But before all of that, my friends, it's time for Little Brother's News on the Move. Get out! After Glenn's attempt at the Great Escape early morning yesterday, his thoughts are still firmly focused on what his punishment may be. At 12:18 this afternoon, he had his own ideas about what he was about to receive. Take a look.
I think I cracked that when Davina comes on, she's going to say the people nominated are Imogen and Richard, and I'm going to be with them because that's my punishment. This is like, it's always on my mind, and I hate this is the punishment in itself, having to wait till Friday. I'm trying to sing songs to try and get my mind off it and do stuff, but every time like the song finishes, it's back to that then. I'm trying to think.
Just a few minutes later, Nikki and Pete proved that love can exist despite the barricades, as Nikki was receiving some special news and Pete was pining after his girl next door. Let's take a look.
Does he talk about me a lot?
Yeah, he really misses you. And yesterday, he goes, "Do you look right?"
Oh!
Seriously, that's what he done. He was
Really?
like, "Do you look right?"
Oh.
Really into you, babe.
Really?
Really is into you.
You wouldn't just say that.
Babe, I wouldn't just say that. He does like you, babe.
I suppose when you least expect it, it just pops up now and then, doesn't it? You know, love and all that sort of thing.
And how does love, you, and your friendship with Nikki go together, Pete?
Goes together like cheese and pickle.
On the night where Grace Imogen left her a symbol, Richard rather, left her a symbol of friendship, but with blatant disregard for his feelings, she threw away the tender gesture. At 12:39 this afternoon, Dickie gave her a friendly reminder. Take a look.
I have something for you.
To who?
You. You left that on the floor outside when you left.
Oh, I
Take
did
that
actually.
back.
I will,
Oh.
as I find you quite comical.
Okay, well, you can take that back. All is
Yeah,
kept in here
Totally.
and seen as good humour,
totally.
because that's what it's supposed to be. But yes.
Cool.
So you take that back, please. Thank you.
And that was Little Brothers. Yeah, Grace and Mikey can't talk. Bye. News on the move. So, the housemates are nominated for could be the last time. Richard has survived 5 times and Imogen has survived 4. But can the survivors survive against each other? Obviously not. One of them has to go. With that in mind, today's cool BBLB can only be Imogen Richard who will survive. Now listen, it's a day 85, 79 days since our last guest was in the Big Brother house. Yet his ghost still haunts the camera runs. Unforgettable, that's what he is. It's Shabazz, everyone! Shabazz, how does it feel to be back?
It's great.
It's an
It's
interesting,
lovely to see you again.
interesting outfit you've got on today.
Thank you. I thought I am interesting.
Shabazz, your take on the returning housemates, if you would, please.
Another fascinating twist in Big Brother at its best, isn't it, really?
Yeah, but what about those specific housemates? Are they the right people to go back in?
I like the coupling of Gracie and Mikey.
Yeah.
I think it's lovely to have a coupling. There hasn't been that much energetic romance and hot stuff going on this year. Lovely to have them in the last little while to keep the interest going. Nikki, you knew was going to go back in.
Right.
I mean, that's like...
So what about Leah? What do you think of Leah?
I would like to have seen Jane go back in. Great character, mental.
Jane was 5th on the vote for people to
Oh,
go
it's
back
such a... I know, she just probably lost out by, seconds, but lovely girl. I would have personally seen Jane go back in.
OK, so Grace and Mikey, talk us through about this. Did you see inklings when you were in there?
Absolutely.
In the brief moments you were in there? Did you
The brief moment.
did you say to yourself, this is a romance that's got legs, or...?
I could see it come. I've said this on Big Mouth as well. I could see them. I could see them blossoming.
Okay.
Because he was very keen on. You could see his body language was very pro Grace.
OK, well, you've talked about Grace and Mikey reunited. Let's have a look at the couple's relationship and how they've taken being thrust back together.
I've never spent so much time with a guy before, so it's really weird, but it's really nice.
Do you like cuddles?
Yeah.
Yeah? You're my best mate here.
Yeah, you're mine.
I really like Grace. I think she's really lovely. Nice body.
Thanks.
Slimline. Without her being here, the house would be a lot less fun. I'd like to see Grace stay and Nikki go. I miss Grace. I keep thinking of her and I want to know if she's alright and don't know, just miss her She'll be waiting for you. She might have met someone by now.
Mikey! Whatever I said to her still stands today.
Welcome back.
Did you say I look better in real life?
Yeah, give me a massage.
Where?
My back.
It's really nice to be Grace because I've missed her loads. It's nice to be close to her again. Really nice.
So there we go. That's the romance. Shabazz, you know these people inside out. You've been in their brains. I don't think you've probably ever left their brains.
I think I've not left their brains either.
Who do you think will move over to the main house?
I think it's a dead cert. It's going to be Nikki, isn't
Why do
it?
you say Nikki, though?
Because she caused such a furore when she left, and I mean, even as much as I was a housemate, I'm still the public. I'm still a viewer. I mean, why not have her back in? She's exciting.
Well, because...
She actually makes me feel sane.
For the simple reason, though, Shabazz, that she's popular and therefore she could win, and they don't want, surely, to get the person back in.
I would love to see her go back in and make it a 3-horse race. Pete, Glenn and Nikki.
OK, and out of those 3, who do you think will win and why?
Well, my heart's with Pete because he was with me in the very beginning and I'm very loyal to those who were around me, so it's always good. It's always been Pete for me. But Glenn could clinch it because he's on some kind of journey. And Nikki, because she makes me feel sane.
Shabazz, cruelly, you never got the opportunity to sign the light box last time you were here. We are taking justice into our own hands. It's over to you. Go and sign Pete's light box then, my friends. Shabazz, everyone.
Thanks.
There you go, look. Wonderful. pantomime outfit there.
I don't have to do it just yet.
Yes, you do.
You just, I thought,
Yes, you have to go and do that now.
Oh, but
Yes.
so all right, I do have to do it
that's
now.
right. There you go.
All right, okay.
Shabazz, everybody! There he stays. Part 2 is all about figures. We'll be catching up with the latest statistics with the bookies and talking to the wonderfully proportional Lisa Snowdon. We will see you in 4. Whitwoo! Welcome back to Big Brother's Look. Day 85 and the time is 7:46. Hello indeed. 4 new housemates are now eligible to win Big Brother. Well, what's their impact on their re-entry has had on everyone's chances of walking away with the Big Brother 7 crown? It's odds on that our friend Paddy Powell will be able to better our knowledge. Hello, Paddy.
All right, Dermot, how are you?
Well, I'm fine because you're here, which means nice to speak to Paddy.
All I can say to you, Dermot, I don't have a TV. I'm out in the west of Ireland. Thanks be to God I don't have a TV. It sounded great.
Listen, so how the betting odds changed since you were last on the show?
Well, the last time I was there was the night that Nikki actually got the boot. So it hasn't changed a huge amount in terms of to win Big Brother, because Pete was odds-on favourite. He's hot favourite. He still is hot favourite now. And he's kind of like a horse that's gone out in front, or a runner that goes out in front in a race.
Right.
It's really like catch me if you can. You got like Glyn coming after. He's 4-1 second favourite. Like Pete is 1-4, which is the really short odds, and Glyn is 4-1 second favourite.
Yeah.
And then it's interesting because Nikki is actually next in the betting, even though she's not in the house at the moment, and she's 5-1 to win it. But I'm not sure if it's apt that I'm here tonight talking again after Nikki getting kicked off the last time, or whether I'm just a bad luck charm for Nikki.
Well, I was going to say, because Nikki's 5-1, but we don't even know if she's going back in yet, right?
Well, that's the thing, you know. But Nikki is one of those housemates where the public are really kicking themselves for getting rid of her, you know. Because as soon as she went out, you could see all the papers were saying, like, why did we get rid of Nikki, you know? So maybe I think she's the most likely one to go back in. And that's the way the betting was suggested as well, you know.
And then if she does go back in, is she favourite to win, do you think, or?
No, Pete will still be favourite, but she'll definitely be ahead of Glyn. She'll be second favourite ahead of Glyn. If she goes back in, which I think she will then be around 7-2 or 4-1 in front of Glyn.
So hang on, so we've got the odds up here now. Nikki is 3-1 on to go back in, right?
Exactly.
Okay, and we've got Mikey here as well. Is he second favourite to go back in, or what's the deal there?
Mikey has no chance. Good luck, Mikey. He's 22-1. Mikey won't be going back in, I can guarantee you that. If he goes back in, he'll eat me hat.
Okay, and if there's some sort of brilliant Irish potato hat, then I'd love you to come on and that can happen. We can do it together. Do you have any other specialised bets to share with us, Big Brother-wise there, Paddy?
We've loads. I mean, we're betting 14-1 that Mikey and Grace get married before the end of 2007, which, funny enough, some people are giving out saying it's a stingy odds, but we're taking a lot of money out of it. People do think it's going to happen.
I think that's quite short. That's extraordinary that they're actually going to get married.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, the marriage, in our day, Dermot, now marriage meant a lifetime, but these days now, these kids getting married left, right and centre, getting divorced the next week in Reno. Tell you what, times have changed.
I love the morality of the pads.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, it's eviction night tomorrow night. Who's going to go?
Good luck, Imogen. She's gone. Good night, Irene. She's out of here. 1-25. That means, Dermot, you put 25 quid of your hard-earned cash to win just one. So she's such short odds, second shortest odds we've ever had for an eviction of Big Brother.
I don't know. I mean, they don't tell us much here in terms of how the voting's going. But I'm flabbergasted by that, because I just thought it would be so much tighter than that. But you're saying to me, you put £25 on, you'd only make £1 back. Is that right?
Exactly. Well, Richard's a veteran of evictions, isn't he? He survived every single eviction. The public like Richard. They've made their mistakes in the past, getting rid of the likes of Nikki or whatever. But people who are a bit of crack, bit of entertainment. Like Richard is your stereotypical, like, kind of camp, kind of entertainer in the house. And the public want him in there. The housemates might want him out, but the public want him in there. Imogen is kind of like watching paint dry, but paint dry would have a bigger audience, I'd say.
Well, listen, what's going on with Richard then? What are the odds, Paddy?
On which?
On Richard.
On Richard, he's 8-1. 8-1 Richard.
To go.
Yeah, he's not going to go there. Just, I mean, get your mortgage, get out to your bank manager, say, can I remortgage my house? Yeah, throw it all on Imogen.
Okay. Listen, brilliant, Paddy. It's lovely to speak to you.
Cheers, Dermot. Take care.
Have a lovely holiday over there in Connemara in the west of Ireland. For now, Paddy. Paddy Power, everyone! Love that man. Bloody power. And I can do all that because I'm Irish. So that's a professional opinion, but that counts for nothing because all the power lies with you. Behold, the small nephew of the mother of all voting packages. I'm not one to brag, but I've been up Snowdon many, many times. But enough about that, on to our next guest, and enough about my hiking exploits. It's time for our next guest, who is Lisa Snowdon, everyone. Hello, Lisa.
Hi, darling. Naughty, naughty boy, you.
I am a naughty boy, I do apologise.
Supposed to be secret.
Wow. Listen, I hear you're a massive Big Brother fan. What do you make of the latest twist?
Love the new twist. Very exciting. Such a good show last night. Oh, I want all of them to go in, though, not just one, because I want to see the explosion.
Well, who in particular do you like, though? Have we picked the right four?
You have picked the right four, although I would have liked to see Spiral in that last four, because I know he's not, big with the public, but I just loved his I'd do anything to you.
Was Spiral one of your favourites?
Well, it wasn't my favourites, but I just loved all his rhymes. It was just hilarious, just his composing.
So did you expect to see those four in the house?
Yes.
Where they are at
yes. Nikki, Leah and Grace, most definitely. I would have liked Spiral in there too.
Rather than Mike?
Yes.
OK, fine. What have been your thoughts on the series so far? What have you liked about it this year?
I have loved the challenges, the tasks. I loved the prison task. That was just genius, so exciting. But most of all, I love the diary room entries. They've
Brilliant.
just been hysterical. Glyn, Pete, all of them in the diary room, just so funny. Nikki.
Lisa Snowdon, this is for you.
Is this the Big Brother chair? Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me hear your body talk.
Pull my finger.
It won't be the same without Spiral and Michael.
She ain't no floozy. She don't drink boozy.
Ti siarad Cymraeg, Big Brother?
Dim deal.
Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out.
Let me out.
You have pressed 3.
Let me out, let me out.
Let me out.
Next blind person I see, I can do my sign language with him.
And Imogen, if you see the ghost again, who you gonna call?
You don't know what I've said on national TV.
Glyn, you are free to leave the diary room. You.
Do you not like kebabs, Susan?
Oh, I hate Lana. Oh.
Let me hear that sexy voice. Go.
How can Big Brother help?
Very good.
So many housemates. Who do you think the housemates will choose to go into the main house?
I think it's a toss-up between Leah and Nikki. I think Leah might go in. Because I'm thinking Richard, who I think is going to stay this week, will vote for Leah. I think Glyn will vote for Leah for obvious reasons. And then you've got Pete, who says he's on the fence between Leah and Nikki, but obviously will go for Nikki, won't he?
Come on, yeah.
Just a little bit embarrassed because he has got a soft spot for her. But I think Leah might go in. I don't know.
I think it's all down to whether they decide on committee or...
Yes. Who's decided? I mean, I don't even know.
Whether they do it democratically or if someone just takes up the mantle and goes, I definitely think Leah should be going back in.
But I'd like to see Grace in there because I want to see Aisling and Grace together. I mean, there's so many conversations that need to be had. They should all go back in.
That will be extraordinary. With 10 housemates again, it's week 12. Any of these housemates getting on your nerves? Because it has been a long old series this year.
Imogen, really. She doesn't get on my nerves. I can't believe she's still there after all this time. I mean, it's such a late stage in the game and she's still there and she hasn't done anything.
Do you like her?
No.
You don't
I don't even know her. It's like she's got this sort of shield up. She never really has her own opinions. She always agrees with everybody else's. You know, in a conversation, she'll always side with everybody else. So I don't really know her.
It's a bit of a weird one with Imogen as well, isn't it? Because those kind of housemates that are quite pleasant just do tend to kind of almost go under the radar and the grey men, as it were.
Yeah, and Jenny as well. I mean,
No, not feeling it.
Her.
Richard and Imogen are up for eviction. I guess it's a silly question, but who do you want?
Silly question. Imogen's going. Bye. Yes.
You definitely?
Yes.
Without a shadow of a doubt. And lastly, therefore, who are we backing to win and why, Lisa?
Pete. Because he's the most genuine, he's special. I mean, I know it's predictable and a lot of people are going for Pete,
Fine,
but he is my favourite, hands down from the start. Love him. Put it quite close to his face.
I was going to say, don't worry, we've got a lovely piece of real estate over here for you.
Yay!
Cutest thing ever.
She thinks that Lisa Snowdon's the cutest thing ever, and it'd be right. Thank you very much, Lisa Snowdon. Today's call BBLB is quite simply Richard and Imogen, who will survive. Lisa's obviously still with us. Let's go straight to the phones. Zoe in Glastonbury. What are you saying, Zoe?
I'm saying Richard will survive because he's been up for nomination so many times. He's got a game plan. He's just an evil gay guy, and it would be great if you actually had someone win Big Brother who everyone hated and booed when he came out.
Do you think that he's that hated, though?
Well, I think the housemates hate him, and I think some of the public hate him, but they obviously like him as well because he's just such comic value on your television.
Do you think...
He's great.
Out of the two, though, who do you think deserves to stay in?
I think Richard deserves to stay. I mean, what does Imogen do? She sits about and her personality is grey like porridge. What does she do? Nothing.
Zoe, man, you're
She
militant.
doesn't work.
Zoe, you're militant and we love you for it. Take care. Thank you very much.
Love you too, damn it. Bye.
What do you think there with Richard? You know, do you
I mean,
think Richard's a good housemate?
I do. I think he's a great housemate. I love him. Love Dickie. I think he's a sort of father figure, isn't he? He's sort of the mediator. He's quite the voice of logic. He's quite calm. He's the most mature. I really like him. I think he's a good housemate.
He's an eviction night veteran as well.
He is.
Jenny from Guernsey. How's it going, Jenny?
Fine, thank you, Dermot.
What do you reckon?
I don't agree with either of them, Paddy or this lady. I think Richard should go.
That's our guest.
He's rude, arrogant, and he's been horrible to Imogen from day one.
Okay.
And she's really, she's been a good friend to a lot of people in the house. And my grandson Daniel said to say he hates Richard. So we would like Imogen to stay.
It's a good point, Jenny. Imogen's been a good friend to a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
Ashleen in particular, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, they got on quite
I don't
well.
really think so. Wishy-washy, no. Don't agree with you.
No, OK. Thank you very much, though, Jenny.
Main girl to go in, last of the original.
Yes, but thank you very much, Jenny.
Thank you, bye.
Bye. Oh, thank you to Lisa and Shabazz, everyone. Don't forget, Big Brother tonight, 10 o'clock on Channel 4. Switch over to see Old Rust. Straight after that on E-Phil, we are back tomorrow, 7:30 for Eviction, as you were.